I want to talk about critiquing other YouTubers' platforms and other people who are on YouTube, their content. You're tuning in for those in the cheap seats. Now, I don't have a problem with anyone critiquing my platform or my content at all. As a matter of fact, I think the things that we do on YouTube or on our platforms in this format is a form of art, and art should be criticized and critiqued. No problem with that at all. However, what I do have an issue with is when another YouTuber or another content creator attacks another content creator's content on a personal level. It doesn't have anything with legitimate critique. It's an actual personal attack. And let me say this. I'm not clout chasing. I'm not going to drop any names on this rant. I'm just speaking from a place of pure just disgust at what I've seen over the past week. Now, I know I have a new platform. My platform has no subs, barely any subs. And I'm not trying to attack bigger platforms just to gain some recognition. What I'm doing is simply stating from an observation point of view that what I saw transpire over the past week is complete and utter disrespect and silliness on the side of the people who were critiquing the young woman's platform from a place of disingenuous motives. It's one thing to critique a content creator and tell them that, maybe your approach isn't my approach, but here's some things that you can do to help better your endeavor when you're creating your content. We all can use criticism on that level to help us be better content creators. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need to be criticized on things that we have shortcomings on. And YouTube is a huge platform. There are a number, literally thousands upon thousands of issues, topics, hobbies, a lot of things that people create content for on YouTube. And everyone has their own approach. Some people, a lot of content creators fall in the same genre. They typically have the same tone. They simply have, or I'm sorry, I misspoke. They have the same tone. They have some of the same information. They present it in a similar fashion, and that's fine. I mean, like in the manosphere, a lot of people who, especially in the Negro manosphere, I should say, a lot of brothers have the same tonality, and that's fine. But some people who create contents for the streets. And I think a lot of times with the so-called educated lames, I like to call them puns, pseudo-intellectual Negroes, they forget that everyone doesn't speak in your tonality. Everyone does not receive information from a place of your tonality. They like it cut dry and plain. They want to be spoken to like they would be if they were engaging with conversations with their friends or with people in their neighborhood. And that's fine. There are different modes of presenting information. You cannot come down on a person simply because they don't present their information in the way that you do. Who are you to critique a person on how they present their information? And let me say this, if you're a grown man, a grown ass man attacking a female based on a personal motive, then you're a punk. You're an absolute punk. It's fine to critique a female on things that you see that she might not be, or she might have a different mode to express it. If you critique her and say, hey sis, you might want to come at it from a different way, or your tonality is a little off, you might want to tweak it or adjust it a little bit, but it's a completely different issue to attack that female solely based on creating content for your channel and making fun of a young black woman who's only presenting information from her knowledge stream. And let me say this, if you have divested from the black community? Why are you critiquing a black female who belongs to the black community who has not divested? She's trying to help her people engage in a way that their relationships can be healthy and strong. That's simply all she's doing. She's trying to make sure that black men and black women can work on their relationships and make their relationships better. She's not trying to invade dating coach space. That I've been a sub to the young lady's channel for well over a year, and I've seen quite a few, or a huge number of her videos, actually. Not quite a few, but a huge number. And yeah, she's progressed over time with her content, and she's taken the approach, I should say, more towards men or males, to help males better their aspects of getting into decent relationships. But that doesn't mean because she's, kind of switched her focus a little bit more streamlined to men, that she somehow dubbed herself a dating coach. She didn't dub herself that. She was actually dubbed that by another fellow content creator who I'm also subscribed to. And to attack this young lady because you want to create content and make fun of a black female, man, you're a punk. And I'm actually a subscriber of the other person's platform who's doing this nonsense. And do I agree with everything this person says? Absolutely not. I don't agree with 100% with. I don't agree with 100% with anyone on what they create or what they or their stance they may have on their platforms. But I'm not out here trying to denigrate a young woman who, let me say this, who, when I first was subbed to her channel, she had about 30,000 subs. Now she's over 70. And I think this is where a lot of this hate is coming from, because she's grown her channel in such a short period of time. Grow up, man. Grow up. Just because someone's attractive, yeah, her attractiveness may bring people to her channel initially, but if they stick around and hang around, it's because they like what she's saying. It has nothing to do with the way she looks. And on this other person's platform, having a majority, 80% to 90% white audience critique a young black female on how she speaks and her tonality, and you have your white girlfriend in the background laughing, man, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be utterly and thoroughly ashamed of yourself. Cut it out. Find another topic to create content behind, but get off this thing. You're only making yourself look like a punk, and you're making yourself look bad. Nobody's rocking with what you're saying on this issue. Find something else to talk about. This is a losing battle for you because you look stupid. Leave the young lady alone. Allow her to create her content, and let her subs decide if they want to ingest what she's putting out. That's all I gotta say on this topic, man. Remember, man, everyone has their own way of presenting information, and because they don't sound like you do or have your tonality doesn't mean that they're wrong. It doesn't mean they are wrong. I make a lot of mistakes on my rants because I'm freestyling. I'm not reading off a script. So there will be mistakes in my rambles. But that doesn't mean that I'm unintelligent. That just means, or I'm constantly trying to figure out my thought process. It simply means I'm speaking from a natural tone, and sometimes my mind is moving faster than my mouth. My brain has to slow down so my mouth can catch up to my thought process. That's all that happens a lot of times when people are doing freestyle rants, which Danica does a lot. And I said her name at the end of this video, and I was trying not to, but oh well. Y'all know who I was talking about in the beginning. That's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.